Everybody, what is up? I'm out here today. It's the end of the summer. It's the middle of September right now, so we're nearing the end of snake season. But today is a really nice day. It's about 77, 78 right now. And I'm out here just looking in this habitat right here, this grassy brush habitat for rough green snakes. Now, finding rough green snakes during the day is a little bit tougher than finding them at night. You can just shine a flashlight at night and they reflect, but at day you actually have to look for them. Pretty tough. And this right here, guys, is a rough green snake. These guys are one of two species of green snake that we have here in Ohio, the other being the smooth green snake, which is a more terrestrial and less arboreal species than the rough green snake that we have here. A cool thing about these guys is they have this super long tail. I don't know how much you can tell, but like the vent is where my bracelet is, and his tail goes all the way back, loops around my hand. This is a prehensile tail, which means they can hang from their tail if they want to. And not all snakes have this. So these guys are really slender, perfectly adapt for climbing through this brush habitat that we have here. These guys are insect eaters, diurnal, so they are active during the day and sleep at night. And just an overall beautiful snake. When these guys die, the green pigment in their skin actually becomes a blue. So if you find one of these dead on the road and it's a bright blue snake, that's what has happened. I'm not exactly sure if it's from like the heat of the road or if it's what actually happens, but I have seen them blue before. Super cool species. All right, I've taken my pictures. I've had my time with this snake. I'm gonna take him back and let him go right where I found him. There's my hook, and I found him. He was crossing just between these plants right here. So take him, put him right back, and just watch him disappear. Now, if you're just walking along, absolutely no way you're seeing that snake. The camouflage is just unreal. The only way I saw him was because he was stretched out in between this plant, and there was just a snake body just chilling there, and I could tell what it was. But one last look at this guy before I leave him be. Beautiful animals. So as I was driving down this road, I came across the dead snake right here, and it's actually, you can see, there's that blue I was talking about. This would have been a rough green snake. It was actually a really big one. Sad to see these guys dead because they are a species of special concern, but I'm just gonna move him off here so that a predator can get him, and that predator won't get hit. So off to the next one. All right, guys, so don't bite me. I just flipped this milk snake under this rock right here. This is only the second one I've ever seen, and by far this is the most beautiful milk snake I've seen at this site. Reminds me almost of a red milk snake. I'll try and get him in the shade. But yeah, this is a beautiful snake. Beautiful grays and reds on this one. This is a young one, so I mean, obviously he'll probably dull out as he gets older. But this is only my second milk snake at this spot, the other one being a massive, ugly chocolate milk. But yeah, I've already seen a copperhead here. Couldn't get any video of him because he was tucked back under a rock crevice. Ow. But yeah, this is like my 45th or 46th milk snake of the year. So we're definitely doing good on them this year. Hopefully we can hit 50 before snake season's over. So beautiful snakes. Crazy ventral on this guy. And dorsal patterning is absolutely amazing. Nice high band count. He's got that heart on his head. That's cool. Beautiful snake. All right, I'm gonna take him and just gonna let him go. Here we go, letting this milk snake go back under his rock. Beautiful snake. All right, so I just flipped this big rock, and here is two neonate copperheads. Should probably watch where I'm putting my feet and my hands, because I don't know where any others are, but these guys are young of this year. If they move, she looks like that one's about to, you will be able to see they have yellow tail tips, which is helps them in luring prey. I'm gonna touch one with my hook. Maybe try and bring out that tail. There it is. So you can see right there, that yellow tail tip allows for these guys to lure in some prey. I'm not going to mess with these guys too much. I don't want to cause them too much undue stress. I'm going to take a couple pictures, move them out of the way, and then put the rock back. All right, so here's a sheet of 10. Do a live flip. And there is a big black racer. Well, there he went. I missed him. So, I don't see anything else under this sheet of 10. Put it down and keep on going. So I'm walking around just flipping some of these rocks and these smaller rocks looking for some stuff. And I didn't necessarily find a animal, but I found this plant that's super cool. This guy right here is called pine sap. This is basically a parasitic plant. And these guys don't use photosynthesis. They actually just feed on the detritus and stuff to help them grow. Relative of them, the Indian pipes, is basically this, but completely white. I saw some, not in this area, but in the same county last year, and so it's cool to finally be able to see its cousin. This is a species of plant I've never even seen before, so really excited about that. All right, so here's our next snake of the day. This is a monster of a eastern black king. This has got to be the absolute largest black king snake that I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy is thick as mud and absolutely gigantic. He's probably pushing 3 foot. I'm gonna assume this is a big female, and I don't know if she's. I would have assumed she's laid her eggs, but I don't know. But right there, you can see it's got some scarring from a previous injury, and it is in shed. You can see the cloudy eyes, but this guy is out here definitely feasting on all of the smaller snakes in the area. This is only my 3rd ever from this particular site. My 2nd from like this site that I'm at right now. 3rd from this area. They seem to be a lot less common than what they are on the other side of the county. So I'm gonna take some pictures of this guy, then let him go. Alrighty, so here's where this big black king snake was found. I'll take her, put her right back under her rock. There she goes. Hey everybody, what is up? I'm here in a completely different area of Ohio. I'm up farther north than what I usually am, and what I have right here is my first rattlesnake of the year. Now this is a different species than what I'm used to seeing, and my 2nd species that I needed to complete the Ohio, or actually this is my 3rd venomous species of Ohio, and I've completed them all. This is a eastern Massasauga rattlesnake, and this guy is one of the rarest snakes in the entire state. This is about a max adult, and I believe it is a gravid female. Beautiful. You can hear that little buzzing. They don't have very big rattles at all. You can see her moving her rattle right there. She's got a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I just found her out here sitting in this grass, taking my pictures. I'm just gonna let her go on her way. All right, here's our sheet of 10. And there's 1 copperhead right there. There's 2. I don't know, well, you can see one. There's one in that hole. There's that one right there. These guys are pretty, they like to hang out around here. Sometimes there's a 3rd one. I'm trying to see if I can't see him. I do believe that's it. I'm not really gonna mess with these guys. I'm just gonna, I already scared that one off. Actually, I think there were 2 down there in that hole. Well, all right. 3 copperheads right there. First snakes of the day. Beautiful snake. Get some sun on him. Wow. I'll put this down. Leave these guys on. Here's a look at the habitat. Just a big log jam here. Seen tons of copperheads, and I've actually seen a couple one rattlesnake here. So hopefully we'll see some more. What is up, everybody? Today I'm here in Kentucky, and this right here, what we have is a cave salamander. Now, this is my first Kentucky cave salamander. It makes it 3 states that I've seen this species in: Tennessee, Illinois, and Kentucky. These guys are, hence the name, cave salamander. They prefer areas like this. I actually found them in that crack up there that vine is coming out of. And these guys prefer like the darker, moist areas. They're not always found in caves. Obviously, the habitat that I'm in, that's not a cave. That's just a crack in the rock. But this is the first one that I've seen here, and I've been to this spot a couple of times. Now you can see these guys are bright orange with those black speck lanes and are just a beautiful salamander. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna take this guy and put him back. Copperhead coming towards you. Timber rattlesnake. All right, everybody, here's the, let's see if it'll focus. Here's the first snake of the day. This is an eastern milk snake. I just flipped under this rock. I have a feeling that today is going to be one of those days. Oh, he just struck at me. Where it's going to be a lot of snakes under rocks and snakes out on the move, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I decided to flip some tent early today, so kind of wasted my time on that one. But also under this rock, I'll flip it. This is like a dangerous rock. Right there is a black widow. There's a wasp. And there's the nest. That thing was covered in wasps. They all flew off, scared me to pieces. I haven't flipped this rock. I don't see anything. All right, well, this milk isn't a particularly stunning milk, so I'm gonna take him, put him right back underneath his rock. Don't get bit by that black widow, dummy. Oh, there he goes. So I'm out here flipping some tin today, and I decided to flip this piece. We'll flip it together again. A box turtle. Looks like a beautiful male too. Maybe we'll take a look at this guy. I'm not gonna mess with him too much. I'll just leave him how he is. Everyone, here's the 8th snake of the day, I believe. This is a smooth earth snake, and this is actually my first of the year. These guys are a small fossorial species, feeding on insects and the such. This is probably the rarest fossorial snake in the state. They live only in the montane regions of Ohio, unlike all the others. These guys are excluded to basically the bottom third to bottom half of the state. I just flipped them here underneath these sheets of tin. I just placed this tin out here a month ago. And right here, first snake I flipped under it. It's a northern copperhead. He's in an ambush waiting for something to run across this log. What a beautiful animal. You can see that gorgeous copperhead. He's just chilling. I don't think I'm going to mess with this guy because he is an ambush. I'm just going to put his sheet of tin back and keep on hiking. Here he is. The first northern copperhead of the day. Well, here are both these guys together. They're both relatively small. Here's my hand for size comparison. And here's just a little bit of the habitat that they were found in. Just these rocks on this hillside that get hit by a lot of sun. It gave me these guys. All right, I'm gonna take them, let them go. Behind me we have all these rocks, and under that one right there. I flipped this guy. This is a little northern ringneck snake. What's cool about these guys is these guys are actually slightly venomous, mildly venomous, if you would stop moving. But they have they're rear fanged, which means they have fangs in the backside of their mouths, and they use these to subdue small insects like worms or annelids and all other types of arthropods and stuff. Their venom is not supposed to be harmful to humans, but some people do have reactions. This guy is actually going into shed. You can't really tell, his eyes are kind of tiny, but that's a lot of snakes this time of year are beginning to enter their shed cycles. So we're gonna take this guy and put him back and see what else we can find. So this snake right here, it looks dead. I promise it's not. This is an eastern hognose snake. And eastern hognose snakes are famous for feigning their death, which he's doing here. Now watch, if I just flip him over, flips right back. They do this as a defensive technique to ward off any predators, because who wants a pooping, slobbering, dead animal? You can see over here on his tail region that it is kind of, I don't know if that's because he just came out of hibernation or if he's got something wrong with him, but he seems to be healthy otherwise. He's got a few blisters. Pick him up. But he's got a few blisters on his neck. You can see one right there where my thumb is. But now to wait until this guy is done playing dead so I can get my pictures. I just found him out here, just in this grassy area. I was walking over to the stump to look, see if there's anything else around, and I spotted this little male, melanistic, which means black, is black phase, eastern hognose. He's probably on the trail of a female somewhere up in these woods. So, all right, I'll show him to you again once he decides to stop playing dead. This is just how I found this guy. I actually found him in the grass over there, but he is off. I'm just gonna let him go. Alrighty, so here is the third snake of the day. I'm gonna grab him real quick. Oh, hopefully it doesn't bite me. I got him. All right. This right here is another eastern, I got bit. Another eastern black king snake. I was just walking up this road back to my car and I heard a noise along the edge, and this guy was crossing. Now this one looks like another male. The way you can tell that is the tail is a bit longer and wider, because they have internal sex organs and that's where they store them. So this guy's really pretty. He's not like the other one who was kind of in shed, and this guy definitely looks like he just had a nice shed and he's out probably trying to find some ladies. So good grief. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna let him go right back where he was. Wow, what a beautiful animal. There he goes. So one thing cool about this road is that there are always animals crossing it. Like that black king snake had just crossed the road and was on the bank. And during the spring and the fall, what's cool is there are massive migrations from what I've found, massive migrations of brown snakes and box turtles in the spring and fall. So that's one of the cool things about this little area. It's completely different from any of the other geography in Ohio. So I've stopped at a piece of tin and we're gonna go flip it together. So here we go. Oh, this guy's massive. This is my first eastern box turtle of the year. It's a male. He's got a curved carapace, So the right thing to do when you see a turtle on the road is take it the way it was heading. It's headed this way. Not sure why it was headed towards a river, but I guess this little lowland area will work fine for him. I'm gonna just set him right here so that he can go on his way.